Alright, well, in that case then, we recognize that we have to start with this, right? We'd have to start with the oak tree. So according to Aristotle, in talking about oak trees and acorns, we recognize that the beginning point for all of this would have to be the oak tree. Right? The beginning point would have to be an oak tree, which would prevent it from going into an infinite regress. And the question is, why would it have to be an oak tree, according to Aristotle? And he would say that to be an oak tree means that you are both the tree and you produce, right? A necessary condition for being an oak tree is that you produce acorns. Thus, you sort of get a 2-for-1 rather than just a 1-in-1 to be sort of ghetto, right? But you get the idea. So that anytime we are trying to eliminate an infinite regress and start this chain of being, the chain of being always, according to Aristotle, begins with actuality and not potentiality. Well, now we can answer the question, and you should have been able to anticipate the answer to this question maybe 5 minutes ago. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, obviously, if this is a representation of the egg, and this is a representation of the chicken, then we recognize that what had to have come first is the chicken, right? The chicken had to come prior to the egg. There is no other alternative. And what's cool about the answer is that whether or not you're a theist, right? Whether or not you believe in a transcendent realm and gods or a god, or you're agnostic or you're an atheist, the atheist, the agnostic, would believe in sort of the principles of evolutionary theory. And the principles of evolutionary theory would say that this new existing thing is a product of a transformation of form. Almost exactly what Aristotle was saying, right? So that what happens first is not the incomplete egg. What happened first was that chickens evolved. We had a chicken, right? So if you believe in evolutionary theory, then obviously the chicken came first. Well, if you're a religious believer, and you believe that God created the world out of nothing, then God didn't create the egg first, right? God created the chicken first. So the cool thing about the answer to this is that no matter what you believe, whether you believe in God or not, we both, the agnostics and atheists, or the believers, can agree that the chicken had to come first. And why did the chicken have to come first? Well, the chicken had to come first because it's a representation of a completion, an actualization of the potential inherent within some incomplete form. With respect to acorns and oak trees, we recognize that oak trees came first. With respect to chicken and eggs, we recognize that the chicken had to come first. So that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Now you can dazzle your friends with all of this amazing amazing knowledge that you just learned. I don't know how much use it has, but it's interesting. It's interesting to actually think about logically answering the question of which came first, the chicken or the egg, and being able to justify your answer to theists or non-believers. So with that being said, hopefully this made some sense. It was definitely interesting. I'm Dr. Jason J. Campbell. Thank you for watching the video. Goodbye.